It was a crisp autumn evening in Madrid. The streets were bustling with life, as people hurried home or settled into cafes to escape the chill in the air. Cristiano Ronaldo, wearing a casual hoodie and jeans, was taking a rare solo walk through the quieter parts of the city. It was one of those moments where he could escape the limelight and just enjoy being a regular person, or at least try to. As he passed a small park, something caught his eye. Under the dim glow of a street lamp, a young boy sat on a bench, clutching a worn-out soccer ball. The boy, no older than 10, was kicking the ball against the ground absent-mindedly. His face carried an expression far too heavy for someone his age. Ronaldo slowed his pace and approached cautiously, not wanting to startle the child. "Hey there," he said, his voice soft but warm. The boy looked up, his eyes widening as he recognized the man standing before him. Are you Cristiano Ronaldo?" the boy stammered, clutching the ball tight. Ronaldo chuckled and sat on the bench beside him. "Last time I checked, yes. What's your name, champ?" "It's Javier," the boy replied, still in disbelief. "What are you doing here?" "Just taking a walk. But what about you? Shouldn't you be at home? It's getting late." Javier hesitated, looking down at his ball. "Home isn't really home anymore. My parents lost their jobs. We had to move out of our apartment last month. Now, we're staying in a shelter." Ronaldo's heart sank. He wasn't prepared for such an honest, heartbreaking answer. "I'm sorry to hear that," he said sincerely. "That must be really tough." Javier nodded. "Sometimes, I come here to play with my ball. It helps me forget for a little while." Ronaldo smiled gently. "You're a football fan, huh? Do you play?" "I used to," Javier said, his voice tinged with sadness. "But I had to stop when things got bad. My dad says we can't afford the team fees anymore." Ronaldo leaned back on the bench, his mind racing. Here was a boy who clearly loved the game, yet circumstances had taken it away from him. It reminded Ronaldo of his own humble beginnings and how close he had come to losing his dream. "Tell you what," Ronaldo said, a spark of determination in his voice. "How about we play a little one-on-one right now, just for fun?" Javier's face lit up. "Really? You'd play with me?" "Of course," Ronaldo said, standing up. "But don't go easy on me, okay? I've heard you're pretty good." Javier grinned, and the two moved to an open patch of grass in the park. For the next half hour, they kicked the ball back and forth, laughing and challenging each other. Ronaldo gave Javier pointers on his dribbling and even showed him a few tricks. The boys' laughter echoed through the park, replacing the heavy silence that had been there before. When they finally stopped, both were out of breath, but smiling ear to ear. "You've got talent, Javier," Ronaldo said, ruffling the boy's hair. "Don't let anyone tell you otherwise." Javier's smile faltered slightly. "But what if I never get to play again?" Ronaldo crouched down to meet the boy's gaze. "Listen to me," he said firmly. "Football isn't just about the game. It's about passion, discipline, and believing in yourself. No matter what happens, you keep that fire alive. Promise me?" "I promise," Javier said, his voice filled with newfound determination. As they walked back to the bench, Ronaldo pulled out his phone. "I'm going to make a call, okay? Just give me a minute." Javier watched curiously as Ronaldo spoke to someone on the other end. He couldn't hear much, but Ronaldo's tone was serious. When he hung up, he turned to Javier with a smile. "All right, champ. Tomorrow morning, I want you and your parents to meet me at the sporting academy downtown. Can you do that?" Javier blinked in surprise. "Why?" "Because," Ronaldo said, "you're going to get back on the field. I'll cover your team fees and anything else you need. And I'll make sure your family gets the support they deserve." Tears welled up in Javier's eyes. "You'd do that for us?" Ronaldo smiled and placed a hand on the boy's shoulder. "Someone once gave me a chance when I needed it most. Now, it's my turn to do the same for you." Double quotes. As Ronaldo walked away that night, he couldn't help but feel a deep sense of fulfillment. For Javier, it was the beginning of a brighter chapter. And for Ronaldo, it was a reminder of why he loved the game, not just for the glory, but for the power it had to change lives.